Hey y'all, Ms. B. And I wasn't gonna do Roni, but I love New York. So the city itself, not this season. I really want to know, Andy, Cohen, Bravo people, what is going on? What happened? I think I read somewhere, I saw somewhere that I think filming abruptly quit with this Puerto Rico trip between something with that's gonna be said between Uba and Bran, both whom are getting on my last nerves. But anyway, let's get into it. This is season 15, episode 13. And I want to say this too. It's a lot of vulgar speaking, talking, innuendos. It's not really classy like the previous cast of Roni was. So anyway, let's get there. It's day 2 of Puerto Rico. Everybody, the episode starts with everybody napping, laying down. Then you have by the pool, Aaron inside, and Brian. Brian, I was rooting for you. I cannot stand you. Okay, anyway. And then they go in for some reason, start talking about Jessel. First, Brian brings it up. Oh, Jessel does this and Jessel does that. And they talk about Jessel's apartment being, like a staged apartment. Sai was like, "Oh yeah, girl, remember the plant that had the tag with the price tag on it?" And I do remember last season it was mentioned that Jessel really did not live in New York. She lived in Dallas, Texas. Texas is where I live. I live in Houston though. And that they actually were renting or leasing. I'm not sure what the situation is. That apartment, that all white apartment with those little baby twins, little toddler twins, who would have an all white apartment and toddler twins, in New York for the show. So they were bringing that up, and it was just a lot of Jessel hating, a lot of Jessel talking, Jessel pictures, Jessel this, Jessel. Okay, I'm gonna move through this so fast because I'm very disappointed in this season. Like, I honestly wasn't going to review it because I'm just so disappointed. But anyway, let's continue. Bran continues to be messy. And I want to know, why is Bran being this messy? It's one thing to be the bone collector on these shows or be the pot stirrer. But you taking it to a whole nother level. Did the fame go to your head, girl? What is wrong with you? Anyway. Again, Bran also brings up the fact that Pivot, and her, or her side and Jessel, Aaron, Sai, not Jessel, Aaron, Sai, and Bran bring up the fact that Jessel really likes someone else, her ex-boyfriend, who is a black man. I was like, what? Not a black man, girl, a black man? Okay. But it gave me something I was already feeling, that Pivot and Jessel have a arranged marriage. Like, Brandon was like, oh, she couldn't be with him because he wasn't Indian or whatever. Which, in that culture, they have arranged marriages. So, I mean, that wouldn't be far-fetched. But why is it your business, Bran? Anyway, also, Sai brings up the fact that she don't pay any attention to Pivot, because Pivot called her a B word. It also called her bipolar last. The two B's, a bitch and bipolar. And she was like, I pay her husband dust. I wonder if she noticed. And they recap back to all the events where Pivot was there, and Sai would walk by and be like, hey, Jessica girl, how you been? Hey, Jessica girl, how you been? Pivot probably right here. Hey, Jessica girl, how you been? She ignores him. She pays him dust. And that's what you do with people you don't F with. Because I agree with her. Like, once you don't apologize to me, you call me something, you call me a bitch, and you call me bipolar, and you don't apologize on national TV, yes, I'm not fooling with you no more. I agree with Sai on that. So then after that, they basically just keep talking about the photo shoots and how Jessel changed her face and how Jessel just changed. She has all these things, all these photo shoots for her kids. And Bran, why do you care? So then we get to everybody getting ready. They get to dinner. What I'm starting to notice all the housewives, seem like all the housewives have come back all at once. What I'm starting to notice is, the dinner is where everybody starts to express their grievances. And this is no different. So they get to dinner, everyone sits down. Erin kind of triggers me because she reminds me of Lisa Get on My Nerves Barlow with asking for her tequila. And then, you know, Brian and Rebecca make some little comment or whatever. Like, you can get $5 off, $10 off, $10.99. I don't know. Something to that magnitude or whatever. Then for some reason, Lord, I will. Why are we talking about Jenna Lyons' vagina hairs? Why? 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 Everyone starts talking about Jenna Lyons' vagina hairs and what it looked like. Everyone pulls up a whiteboard in the confessionals of what Jenna Lyons' vagina hairs look like. If y'all want to know, I guess this is what Jenna Lyons' vagina hairs look like. I guess. I assume. Based on everybody's whiteboards and their descriptions, it looks something like this. I'm assuming. Why y'all talking about that at dinner? Y'all have nothing to talk about but Jenna Lyons' vagina hair. And Jenna Lyons, why are you showing your vagina hair? I guess that's why, I guess that's why everybody wants to be Jenna effing Lyons, but they can't because they want to have this type of vagina hair. Huh? Girl, let me move on. Erin starts being messy and brings up the fact that Jessel was upset with Brian about some photo shoot, some photo, whatever, that Jessel wanted to go first, Brian went first. Jessel wanted to get home to her kids, Brian wanted to get her home to her dog, blah, 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 blah. It starts to be a lot of Jessel's shade, photo shoots, photo ops. They did like a whole PowerPoint presentation on how Jessel's changed. What your face has changed. I didn't even notice it until then. Like her teeth and her nose are done. They're done. They're done. They're done. And so again, I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, why does Brian care? If the girl want to do glam, if she want to have a photo shoot with her kids' party, if she want to walk down the street with a whole freaking paparazzi and a whole fan, with Beyonce fan blowing while she's walking, that's her business. Are you paying for it? You and your tons of Russian billionaires paying for it? Oh, girl, Brian, I cannot stand you. Me and my cousin watched this show last year, and you were my favorite. You were the fan favorite. And this year, I cannot stand you, Brian. Uber, you next. Anyway, they go on. Dinner goes on. They go back and forth. And then, honestly, Jessel handles her business, okay? Ain't no... Rebecca tried to chime in. Jessel didn't need Rebecca's help. Why is Rebecca here? Why is Rebecca... Rebecca doesn't... Erin keeps saying she's scared of Brian. That's why she won't talk. And she trying to defend Jessel. And Jessel don't need no defending. Because, I mean, baby, she told Erin to shut the F up. Okay? Shut the F up. So Erin like, what's wrong with you? I don't get it. You know, playing that victim thing that she always does. And then Brian starts messing with Uba by being on her phone. What is wrong with you, Brian? Girl, you that miserable. Somebody go get Gideon to get this girl some babies so she can find something else to be concerned about other than just on her pictures and Uba on her phone. Anyway, they go back and forth. And Uba gets to cursing Brian out, basically. You know, like, why you worried about me? I'm over here minding my business, drinking my water, minding my business. Why is you worried about me? And you know, once Uba gets started, it's like Brian wants Uba to get started. And once Uba gets started, she gets loud and all over the place. And she just starts screaming all outlandish things. And then, if you notice, Brian just sits back like... Got her, bingo, chess, you know, checkmate. I mean, I'm so confused about this season. Again, I think they're dragging this Puerto Rico trip out longer than it probably would be been on an editing floor because something happens between Brian and Uba. But anyway, on this episode, Uba gets to yelling, you know, because Brian asks her, why are you here if you're not engaging or whatever? And then Uba gets screaming, why are you here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Where are my dragons? It was giving real Game of Thrones. Why am I here? I am here because, girl, let me move on because I'm not going to drag this too long. And then they get to walk into the sprinter and she's still screaming, why am I here? And she said, to shave Jenna Lyon's coochie. Child, let's move on. And also in the sprinter, Uber screams, like, Brienne knew what she was doing. Uber's stupid for taking the bait. She was saying, I guess you slept with someone on the that works on the show to get this job. And she's like, what? I slept with someone on the show to get this job. Girl, you know what you was doing. And I don't blame, everybody was like, that's a low blow. I wouldn't say that to another woman. No, she asked for it. Brienne asked for it. When you go low, I'm going to hell. She asked for it. Uber gave her the business. So after that, everybody kind of gets quiet. And then Brienne still comes after the girl tonight. She's a toddler. Everybody put on their seatbelts. Like, you know how you lock a toddler in the seat when you're driving off in a car? Anyway, Brienne, you're annoying and stuff. And honestly, Uber, you are too. So everybody gets to the house and they unwind and chilling out. And Aaron and Jessel make up. And honestly, in that scene, all I could think about was looking at Jessel's nose job. I'm like, she did get her face done. I mean, that's fine. If you want to get your nose done and your teeth done, you got the money, do whatever you want to do. That's your business. But when her and Aaron were talking and making up in that bathroom when they got back from dinner, all I could look at and pay attention to, I don't know what they even said. All I was looking like, oh, girl, she did get her nose done. That's a cute nose job. Okay, whatever. So the next morning, everybody's doing whatever, and then Uber's meditating, but all she could think about was the previous night of Brienne saying this and Brienne doing this and Brienne. She couldn't even meditate because she was so worried about Brienne. Then you see they pivot to a scene where Raquel and Jenna just trying to get a good vacation nap. But they can't because Sai and Uber go out to the pool and Uber is talking to the top of her voice. Like, girl, you ain't got no training. Like, why do you act like that? They say you a Virgo, that's why. But still, Virgos still carry themselves not so rambunctious and loud. Why are you here? Where are my dragons? Anyway. And it was cute. It was kind of funny. Jenna Lyons put on her glasses and creeped out that window like an old lady. Like, who is screaming? I'm like, girl, why is you talking this loud? And at the pool, basically, Sai reveals to Uber that they were all talking about Jessel in the pictures and Jessel's changed and blah, blah, blah. And Uber did give her some good advice. Like, girl, don't be two-faced, okay? Like, I'm your friend and I'm going to tell you when you're right. I'm going to tell you when you're wrong. You wrong. If you said that about Jessel, then you need to tell Jessel how you feel and what you said, because you know how Brienne is. You know what kind of time Brienne is on right now. Being messy as fuck. Like, I don't like you, Brienne. What's your name? Winfield? Windfall? I don't like you. Don't like you. Anyway. So, that was part of the scene. There's something I noticed, too. Sai and Uber kept talking about this sugar daddy comment. I was like, is that a little shade? So Brienne does have a sugar daddy. That's the whole thing when she was starting off the season with, oh my God, I don't have a sugar daddy. I actually work in a baby place. In the whole Jeff Lewis, podcast when Aaron was on there or whatever. And they was like, and then Sai was like, should I get a sugar daddy? And Aaron, I keep saying Aaron. Not Aaron. Uber was like, you don't need a sugar daddy. You are the sugar daddy. Like, making a joke. And she's like, yeah, that's disgusting. She was like, and then Uber was like, I'd rather live in a 400 square foot apartment making whatever than, have to depend on a man and do what you need to depend on a man to take care of your lifestyle. Basically, that's what they were saying. But I did pick up on that. So then everybody gathers for breakfast and, everybody's talking about, again, Jessel's changed. Sai brings up, hey, let me tell you what I was talking to them about, you know, you changing, and Brand brought up this, and then Justin's like, where is Brand? And Brand comes out mid-conversation, and Brand's like, yeah, Justin, you changed because you took a picture here, you took a picture there, you took a picture here, you took a picture there, you had a picture here, you had a picture there. Then they go back and forth about who took the most pictures, who invited who's to who event that had pictures. A lot of nothing. This is what this season is getting, a lot of nothing. No context, no nothing. Just here, there, screaming, yelling for nothing. All down to breakfast on vacation. Who want to do that on vacation? I like to chill on my vacation, especially in the morning. I like to have me a good breakfast. I mean, this ain't about me. I'm just going to move on. And then, you know, in some point, Ubah brings up, you know, some analogy. But she brings up cancer. She's like, you know, you can control this, you can control that. If you get cancer, you can control it. And of course, we know that Aaron's mother has breast cancer. And what I did not know then, well, we know now her father died, but he had lung cancer previously. And they said he was cured, but he came back. He started smoking again and he came back. And she left the room. And in that moment, I was like, ooh, but can you not read the room? Where are you from, girl? I know where you're from, but like, who do you hang out with? Who are your people? Because you would know that it was a very sensitive subject for Aaron. And Aaron is not my favorite, but that cancer is serious. It's a lot of people I know, like every year, I know somebody that's died of cancer. I know of someone's family who's died of cancer. And both of this girl's parents has cancer. Why would you even use that analogy? You could have used something else. The leaky pigeon or something. Whatever that bull crap y'all be talking about. But anyway, Ubah goes in there to talk to Aaron. And, you know, basically say, I'm sorry. I'm you know, I didn't mean it like that. But I'm in agreement. Like, seeing that scene with Aaron crying like that, I mean, that struck a heartstring with me, because that's a tough thing to deal with. You're dealing with both of your parents, and they said that their family is very, very close, and both of her parents are very, very ill with a terminal illness. We know her dad has passed away now, so you couldn't read the room, Ubah. Like, you just be all out, just la 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 la. Whoa, my dragons. Anyway, sick of talking about them. Brynn goes to console Aaron. Will be Brynn to console Aaron. And, you know, they talk, and Kiki, Brynn says, look at her baby voice. But then she starts being messy again about Ubah. And I'm just so over. I'm just so over Brynn. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know if I want to watch the reunion or finish watching the show. But like I said, I have been a part watching this franchise when it was a previous cast. I love the city. I mean, I'm rooting for y'all, and I was rooting for you, Brynn. We were all rooting for you. Has the ego gone to your head, or this is who you really are? And last season, you were pretending. Because you know the cameras are around this season. Last season, y'all know what to expect, and you kind of became the fan favorite, me included. I hate that. I hate when I root for somebody and they let me down. I hate when I root for somebody and they turn out to be something like you, Brynn. Anyway, and another thing I thought about too, and I wrote this down. When did Aaron and Brynn get so close? Because at the table, she threw shade at Jessel, saying, oh, I don't do glam, don't like glam, ain't about glam, ain't about that glam life. And then Jessel was like, well, maybe, hey, that's me. Like, when I was a baby, my kid, you know, my parents put me up and doll me up. I mean, most parents do, a majority of parents do doll up their daughters and dress them up, whatever. And then Aaron God dang it, I keep saying Aaron. Brynn threw shade and said, well, maybe that's why I'm close to Aaron. And then when did y'all get that close? When did y'all get that close? Because last season, she was all up Jenna Lyons' ass. And you was just so in your feelings and butt face hurt about, you know, it's Jenna Lyons and Aaron. Aaron is not paying attention to me, you know, because I'm not Jenna Lyons. I'm not Jenna effing Lyons with the straight, you know, vagina hair. So when did y'all get this close? When did this happen? Because I remember last season very well. Watched it a lot of times. One of my favorite seasons. Bring that energy back. So I'm not going to drag this thing on so long. They ride to the beach. They get ready for the beach. They're getting ready to go to the beach. You know, Raquel starts telling the history of the beach, how she grew up in Puerto Rico. This was the beach to go to. This was that beach, you know, that thing. They get there. Now, I will say, I've known several people who've went to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a part of the United States. So people don't know. If some people don't know. You don't know your history. Puerto Rico is a part of the United States. You don't need a passport to go there, and it's one of those beachy. But I will say, people have said, you know, when they went there, it's kind of lackluster based on, you know, the Caribbean or the beach locations. But if somebody's inviting you to their country, Uber, that's like you taking them to Africa. And you want to show them, you know, this is where I ate a banana. This is where my mom took me, whatever. You were very, very disrespectful to Raquel at that beach. Ooh, it's this and it's this in the water. And I love what Sai said. She said, won't you just sit down and shut the F up? And I agree. And that's all I have to say about the Real Housewives of New York. And I'm done. I want to see what this reunion gonna do. Like I said, I have heard that I think that this Puerto Rico trip is gonna like abruptly end the season because something is said between Uba and Brand that stops production. And they have already filmed a reunion. I watched What Happens Live when Erica and Raquel was on there and Andy was asking her questions. And Raquel was throwing a lot of shade at Brand. I mean, a lot of shade at Brand. I know I said Uba was getting on my nerves too, but she seemed like she was giving Uba a little bit more grace. So I'm curious to see how this reunion goes. But anyway, that's my rush through Roni. Something about Roni is something off. What happened? I love the recast last season. I love this show. I love the city. Been there so many times, like I said before. What is going on? This is horrible. If we just sitting at a dinner table talking about Jenna Lyons, pubic hairs. But anyway, this is my review of Real Housewives of New York. See you on my next review. Bye.